Alright, how's it going, guys? This is my first little review of Hot Toys here, and today we got the No Way Home Spider-Man Battling version, the movie promo edition, which is just kind of a fancy way to say it's the Far From Home suit that they used in the trailers for No Way Home. I know this is a bit of an older figure, but I just got it, and I figured maybe we should do some backlog before some of my pre-orders start coming in. And I do have a few others in the No Way Home line. I'm pretty impressed with those, so we'll see how this one fares. So taking the slip cover off, we do see the box has a clear window showing you everything he comes with. So let's get him out. All right, so here the figure is just standing straight up. No fancy poses or anything, just to give you a good look at him. It seems the black parts are made of some kind of rubbery material, which is nice. I'm glad they didn't use pleather, because that, will flake over time and fall off. The hands here. The red parts, I mean, the whole hand is plastic, but that's pretty standard for Hot Toys. The Spider-Man figures. The head is a little different. The way they do Spider-Man heads now is better than this, I think. The way you take it off here. It's just a ball joint. A lot of them nowadays, they will disconnect from the neck, so the mask is seemingly completely connected, so you don't have the seam right there. And this guy comes with a whole bunch of different accessories, so I'll show you guys those. And you see he has, some battle damage on the suit. That's the difference between this and the Far From Home black and red suit. There's battle damage on this suit, and the accessories are obviously different. So here for hands, we have a lot of different options. We have the wall climbing hands, one for each side. A lot of these are typical for Spider-Man ones, as you would expect. You get a wall climbing or landing pose one if you want to place it like that. You get the web slinging hands, also one for each side. Get a little peace sign hand. And this one is a phone holding hand. One of the accessories he comes with is a little phone. You have a swinging hand. You see it's got a drill there. That's for you to put the webs in. We'll get into those a little later. And he's got two closed fists. So all these, as usual, are just connected with the peg joints in the hand, obviously. All right, now for the lenses, and I'll pop some of these into the figure so you can see what he looks like with those. The lenses are detachable on the figure here, so you can take these out. They're just held in with magnets, so you can take these out and swap them in for any of these other ones, just for any kind of different looks you might want to do. So you have the default lenses that they come with, the wide open lenses that he usually has. We've got these set, which is slightly smaller, maybe a little more focused. And we've got these ones. He's really focusing on something. And we've got these ones, which are a little menacing. He's a little mad at you about something. And then we've got the fully closed ones, maybe in reference to in Far From Home when he was using his tingle to get all the Mysterio drones. So I'll pop one of these in there and show you guys what it looks like. Now, I am a fan of these lenses. These may be lenses I end up keeping in the figure for permanent posing here. Alright, now I'm going to go over the webs. And now, if you have one Spider-Man figure from recent, you get the same set of webs that you always do. You have these ones, meant for swinging or whatever really you want to do, but it comes with this little piece here, and you just put it on there, if I can get it. There. You just put this little piece on the web to create a little grabbing effect, or like it just latched onto something and he's pulling. So that's pretty nice. You get 2 sets of those if you want one for each hand. You get this longer one with a grabbing piece down here for swinging. And you get these, which are little webs, just little like punch and webs you'd throw to, to hit someone, web them up to something. And you get this other swinging one, which is my favorite one to use for swinging. I just like this little detail around here. And to actually use the webs with this figure, you're going to want to take his web slinging hand. And this black outline on the glove comes off, and you replace it with one of these. It's the same thing, it's just got a little web holder on it. And then with these little pegs, you just put it in there. Pause. And then you can attach the web of your choice to it. And then you just put it on his hand, and that's it. It's pretty simple. And moving on with the last of the accessories here, we have the box from the movie that Doctor Strange has. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but you guys, if you've seen the movie, you know what it is. It's the box that Peter can use. He just pushes this button anytime. He could send, all the people in his universe home. So I'm sure you guys know what this is. But I like the way this is modeled. This is actually the second version of this I have. I do have the No Way Home Doctor Strange, and he comes with the same thing. I do wish they had a different accessory for the two, because now I just have an extra one, and I feel like they could have gone with a different accessory for either Doctor Strange or Spider-Man. And last but not least, we do have the display base. Looks like just, a side of any old building in New York City. I think specifically this is supposed to be the Sanctum Sanctorum, but I'm not 100% sure. And around the back here, the molding is pretty nice. It's a hefty base. The paint application is really good here with the, damage on the building around this area. And it comes with this here, which is used for these flight poles. So the way the flight poles are, if you're watching, I'm sure you have an idea. You just screw them in here. And there's a short one here. You can put them together to extend it and make a really long flight pole. It's just to grab his waist, have him in any aerial poses you may want. And so that's all the accessories. So I'm going to put them in a couple little poses and overall just give my final thoughts on the figure here. There is one thing I actually forgot to show you guys. So this does come with a Tom Holland likeness mold, and it's all right. I mean, the likeness is there. It is absolutely Tom Holland no matter what way you're looking at it. But one thing I am not a fan of, and I don't know if it's something they could have done, but the mask is fully plastic on his head. And if you look, here, I'll put it on the figure and show you guys. So you see here, it does look a little odd with the rest of the costume being fabric, and you could see the light bouncing off the mask on the top. So I won't really be using this, this mold, but I usually use the mask anyway. So it's not too big of a loss for me, but it's nice we did get a Tom Holland likeness mold. All right, and before I put him in any kind of pose, I'll go over the articulation on the figure. So the leg here, the max you're gonna get it is about there, almost a full 90 degree. The knee is a double knee joint. You'll be able to get it to about there. Another thing I really like about these newer Spider-Man figures is the foot area. It seems they've gotten to be able to make it seamless, to not have a seam here. Sometimes if you flip it up, you can see where it connects there, but that's not too big of an issue. I think that's pretty easy to work around. But one thing I really enjoy is how they have foot articulation, so you can bend the middle of his feet for any kind of cool poses. That's about the max you're going to get with the foot and middle foot bend extension. Back, it is a swivel joint, so you can move it any which way you'd like. This is about how far the torso goes. Also, it's a pretty good angle there. A lot of people complain about the Spider-Man figures that you can't really pose them because it gets wrinkles on the suit that aren't made of full fabric. This one's got some, the black texture on it is a bit rubbery and plasticky. So if you keep it like this for a long time, it will crease and it will stay there. That doesn't bother me too much. Like I said, I do have the Tobey Maguire figure and I have him in a dynamic pose. But, I get the figures to, display them in cool poses. So they're almost always going to be in some kind of dynamic pose. So for me, that's not a deal breaker or anything. There are ones that are full fabric, like the homemade suit from Homecoming is full fabric. So no matter what way you put it, you won't get any creases or bends in the suit or the fabric. The arms are on a snap ratchet. They go about this high. And about this far forward. The lining on the suit, the leather lining here, makes it a little difficult to put the arm forward. So I wouldn't go all the way like that. You see it's kind of straining the fabric there, so I wouldn't put it all the way up there like that. Elbow bend goes that far. Hands are just, swivel joints. You could move those in any which way you like. The back bend goes not very far, but I never expect them to go too far. And the head is on a double ball joint, so you can move it at the neck or directly at the head itself. And I believe that's everything, unless we want to do some of this action. But that's about as far as you're getting with that. So here's a pretty simple pose using the base, him just kind of leaping off of it, going into a web swing. I love the way the lenses look on the figure. They reflect a lot of light. They have a glossy finish over them. I really like that. Hey, so kind of sucks for my first review, but the rest of the footage did get corrupted. So here's a short clip of a pose I was working on. So overall, the figure's not bad, but it's not really my favorite. I think it was kind of the shovelware equivalent of a Spider-Man figure. They were just kind of getting one out for the hype of the movie. I'd probably give it a 6 out of 10.